All right, let's start this over. Hello, welcome to my Minecraft stream Sunday night. We did not have the fierce windstorms that were predicted, so I'm going ahead and playing. Last time I had the mob grinder built here, and I realized that was too far from my foundries, and I would not be able to easily melt down the armor that I got from the skeletons. So I moved it up there, and I'm not going to finish it right away. I really want to get my potatoes growing, so that starts grinding away while I work on other things. But the very, very first thing I'm going to do, I've partially reorganized my storage. It looks nice and neat. Everything in these color-coded iron backpacks, which I like better than chests because I can pick it up with all the stuff in it, not like a regular chest, which would just spew it all over the place. Put it back down. And now I am going to make a storage controller, and then I am going to make a storage controller because mods tend to name things the same. So the controller for the drawers I'm making because this gives me a singular access point. I need some stone. I need some blocky quartz or any kind of quartz block. 1, 2, 3 somehow. And a comparator. Rar. Hello, Stormy. Welcome. And now for this mod, I also need to make a linking tool. 2 gold and a diamond, because I have to manually configure, excuse me, manually configure which of these drawers this controller controls. One of my scarce number of diamonds. What else did that need? 2 gold. Gold, gold. Craft that. So this will go, oh, where's a good spot? Right here. Right. I took out one more of those than I needed. I'm going to do this to the back so it's much easier to hit the frame and not the drawer if there are no drawers. Now, what has this done? I can put items into this and take them out, and if it matches any drawer I've just connected, they'll go to the appropriate slot. And now I'm going to make the other storage controller. Actually, it's called the storage scanner. I was wrong about the name. Now, this is from RF Tools. Like most tech mods, you have to make what that mod calls its basic machine frame. Like this particular one needs iron and some gold nuggets and any kind of blue dye. So that's there. I will look in my pink backpack, which is where I put flowers, because flowers are pink. Always good to have a logical storage system. That gives me the frame, 2 ender pearls, 2, I think that was gold, and 4 redstone torches. With that, Now I'm putting it, oh, I'd love to put it here. What's up there? Just for the sake of leaving this walkway clear. This needs power. I need to power it. I have that coal burning generator over there. I don't want to feed coal in it every time, so I'm going to make my favorite low-level solar panel. I think needs 2 of these and some of that. Small solar panel. I took out extra. I will now demonstrate the strength and power of this storage controller. I hold right button and everything goes into these. Convenient. I will now put the solar panel on top of this. I will now actually give it access to the sun by there. I'll have to put glass there or something later. Whoops, wrong spot. There. There's no game audio going through either. Can you hear the game now? Okay, so it was just a matter of levels. How was that? Ah, so we were both having problems. Now this magical, and by magical I mean technological box, is that to me, Shateri, or is that to Seabass, Orlando Seabass? Anyway, this is capable of linking to every single chest, shelf, barrel, bucket, um, hopper that within a certain radius, and make its contents accessible through this handy dandy single panel. I want this to go out to 1, 2, 3, about 5 to catch these two and that and nothing else. Radius 5. I want to manually remove all the smokers and the furnaces and the hoppers that I don't want to be looking at the contents of. I love MC Jitty's stuff. Jitty has been modding Minecraft for long enough that he has gotten his children into programming Minecraft mods now. Quite prolific, except his UIs are a little programmery and a bit dated. His conventions have kind of surpassed him because his stuff has been around for so long. But I love how creative, especially his generator designs are. He has designed at least 3 different really funky power generation schemes. Move, remove. remove all the individual drawers. Air. This must be the backpack. I'm going to have to scan again. Because one of those things that said air was the one I wanted. Remove. Ah. That's the one I wanted to keep. And I will make all these routable, which marks them as legal to insert things into. It's supposed to highlight the device itself. There might be a graphics problem that's not showing me. In any event, all routable will show me every single content holding chest within range. So now I don't have to go to the individual chests. So that's good for that. Let's start on the farm next. You'll notice I've taken all the crops off. Save for these two. I need some melons to give my backpack the auto feeder upgrade. That'll happen if I ever have to go engineering later. First thing I'm going to do is prep this field with fertilizer because that'll roughly quadruple how fast the crops grow. And I need to grow a lot of crops. And that is done by, let's see, red fertilizer. I need bone meal. I need red dye. I need wheat seeds. Bone meal is easy. I'm going to order my auto fisher. Get myself a giant stack of bones. Out of the 1.2 thousand that this has collected offline. Lots of bone meal. I need red dye. Red dye, among other things, can be made from roses. And tall flowers are easy to make more of. You just bone meal it, you get another flower. So let's make lots of roses. And lots of red dye. And lots of gold nuggets. Now let's try this again. Wheat seeds. I put my seeds over here because of how rarely I will need them. Let's see. That field is 6 plus 6 plus 1, 13 by 13, 169. That's about 100. I probably counted wrong. The reason I'm doing this with the plants down is because it's easier to see which I might have missed. It's hard to look at this field and also hard to hit the right square if there are plants in the way. If I didn't have run speed boots, I would not have all these gaps because I wouldn't outpace myself. That's the middle. 2, 3. Just a little short. Although, that was a darn good estimate. Next thing I'm going to do, start on my create mod infrastructure. And create uses a lot of andesite and zinc alloyed into a special alloy block. And I'm going to need so much of it that I'm going to create the way to make Marca. I can craft it by hand, but it takes me twice as much stuff. So I don't want to have to collect twice as much andesite. Andesite alloy needs. Redeposit all of this extra stuff I no longer need. The wheat seeds I'll put back when I get back over there. And now for a water wheel. First, I need a large cogwheel. I need a shaft. I'm not really liking how flexible this particular storage thing is. I used it because I never used it before and I wanted to try something different. But the fact that I have to manually go down to the first piece I don't have over here and then make one a little bit annoying. I'll need a large cog. I will need now the water wheel. Clunk. And I have the shafts. And now the mixer. Small cogwheel, andesite casing, whisk. There's the small cogwheel. Andesite casing is made via taking any piece of wood, putting it in the world, stripping it, and then clicking some alloy onto it. I now have that. I still need the whisk. whisk needs 5 iron plates. I do have one of those. Where is it? It's over here. 5 iron plates. Mechanical mixer. And it goes into a basin, I believe. Yes, a basin. It needs 5 of those. Which I have none of. Well, I have 3 of. I've got to find the mute for this new microphone. Sorry about that. Now I have 5. That should be good. Oh, and a hopper if I don't have one. Create works off the principle of simple mechanical motion, including gears. It's really nifty to look at. Often inefficient to run both from a production speed and a server load point of view, but really nifty to look at. You need to go horizontally. Thank you. I'm going to need another large cog. We need a small one as well. Can I connect this directly? And this water needs to flow that direction. Oh yes, I did not need a small one. Machines in Create generally work faster the faster you spin them. The mixer doesn't care which direction it flows. But it does need a certain minimum speed, which is why I need to ratchet up my gearing ratio. This is spinning twice as fast as that is due to basic gearing geometry. This will let me make andesite casing or andesite alloy. There is no electrical motors in Create. It's all mechanical. Steam power. If you want to make a 1971 Willy Wonka chocolate manufacturing room replica, Create is 75-80% of the work right there. You want a river of chocolate and steam pumps and a boat that flows over them. You've got it. They're all built in. andesite. And is my andesite in this box? Yeah, it should have been. No, it's right here because I wanted lots of it. And zinc nuggets. Take a full stack of that. One andesite alloy, two andesite alloy. All right, this could take a while. Meanwhile, while that's chugging away, windmill bearing. Oops, I need to make an oak slab. Yes, I really dislike that particular aspect of this new storage device. I might switch this over to something from refined storage, which is a little more convenient UI-wise. Where did I put those planks? Here they are. I will need one of these. I'm going to need some super glue. I need one more iron plate. All right, where did I just put my hammer? There it is. I need a belt for these. You're getting the in-game music from just one channel? It's coming through both for me. And I don't think I have anything set to mono sound. You double check that that's the case. I have my microphone set to mono because it is, but not the game sound. That should be fine. Is it the wrong kind of iron plate? They should be compatible. They are. Now what you can do in Create is define an arbitrary contraption which will move for you. Not wood, wool. Just take all my wool. No barrel. Make myself a barrel. I believe it's called a relay? No. I need something that will transfer the crops that the harvester collects to an outside storage network. Interface, that's what it's called. Not the fluid one. More casings, more chutes. Two plates. Grab two more of these. This is done. I'm going to dump in the other batch of it. portable storage inflates off, but first make that. It's demanding that I use the other kind of plate. Kind of annoying. These mods are generally good at being interoperable, and this is just this one particular mod is not picking up on that equivalence. Make 2 of those. Is there anything else I need? Not for the harvester itself. We'll go there. Oh, don't smash the crops. Thank you. Sails, or just plain wool, determine how fast the windmill spins. It rotates at a dizzying 1 RPM for every 8 of these. So that's 1. And I want to go at least 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Call that at 8. It needs any kind of container anywhere. Doesn't matter where. I'll put it there. Portable interface. One goes there, and the one that's going to receive needs to go at least 1 space away, facing it. And when each of these is done, almost done. One last piece is the harvesting blades that will go along here. I deliberately offset the sail so the harvesters would be in a straight line. If I put the wool here and the harvesters here, they, due to Pythagoras and his theorem, they wouldn't harvest the 4 squares right next to the middle. And that's annoying. That's done. Mechanical harvester. I need 6 of these. So I'm going to need 12 more iron plates and 6 more handcrafted casings. Six. Even autocrafters have a hard time recognizing when their reusable tool is slightly worn out. They try to match only the exact item specified in the recipe, which is a completely repaired one. And it's like, oh, this is slightly worn out. It's a completely different item as far as I'm concerned. You can't use that. Now, make 6 of these. 4, 5, 6. There they are. One final touch on this side of the harvester. That is now linked as one single contraption, and it will operate. Ta-da! Regular Minecraft cannot rotate blocks like this. This is so out of band with what the basic game mechanics do that I was really impressed when I saw this kind of thing happen for the very first time. So now I am going to plant this field. The thing I need the most is the potatoes. I need about an order of magnitude more potatoes than anything else. So those are going to occupy the majority of the space. Oh, one thing about this, if I shut this off, it will snap back to its original position and destroy the crops on these two spots. So the reason I have this interface here is while this is running, I cannot access this barrel. It takes control of it away from the standard Minecraft game engine, just because it's so weird to be moving like that. That's not something Minecraft was built to handle. So I either have to have this interface to shuffle off the stuff that I harvest, or I have to just not put a barrel there, have this simply break the crops and leave them on the ground, and collect them via some other mechanism. I'm hungry. I'm eating that potato instead of planting it. Every other row gets potatoes, and then in between, I have some other things to plant. Potatoes. Missed a spot there, missed a spot there. I'm going to need some wheat to feed my cattle and get them breeding. I'm going to need flax for string. I'm going to need rice and onions for some of the other food dishes I have to make. I don't need a lot of wheat, so one row of wheat. One row of rice, and I think the rest is going to be string. That is good enough for now. I will finish the string a little bit later. It's getting ahead of myself, and I want to build up the reception area over here. And for that, I'm going to need to make some item pipes. Now, I made a bunch of steel ingots. I think 2 full stacks of them. Because steel is what Mechanism makes most of its devices from, and I'm using the item pipes in Mechanism, because I think Mechanism is the only mod that has flexible general purpose item and fluid and energy pipes in this data pack. So what do I need to make a basic logistical transporter? Steel and a basic control circuit. Oh, what's that? Basic control circuit is infuse some redstone into osmium. Let's make a couple of those. Osmium is over here. My infuser is over here. I also want a liquid transporter. I have to make them in multiples of, I think it was 8, maybe 6. Basic mechanical pipe. Oh, that's easy. I have buckets. I have buckets. Why did you say I don't have a bucket? Oh, I don't have enough buckets to make a whole stack worth. Ooh, I need the mechanism wrench. Every tech mod has its own wrench. For mechanism, that's the configurator. They don't make this easy, do they? I'm going to need 2 infused alloy, 4 infused alloy to make this, and an infused alloy is put redstone into iron. I don't know why Mechanism chose to make their basic wrench so hard to craft. Oh, I need twice as much redstone. I can put these seeds back. Yes. You can hold all the andesite alloy that I have, and the chute, and the shaft, and the cog. The zinc can go back there. Almost there. Got it. Configurator. First make one of these. Why are you telling me I don't have to? I totally have to. And finally, I have to charge this because this wrench, it can't simply wrench things. You always have to plug your wrench in. It's a wire. It's a cordless tool. Finally, I never had to go through that with a shovel to make a wrench. And I finally have automatic fueling for my smeltery. So that's done. Basic logistical transporter. Let's pop the stack and go back and make this. And now let's make one more tool for my storage chests. I made a linking tool. I'm also going to make the filter locking tool because I'm going to be doing a lot of inventory manipulation. Not even in shop class. When I was in shop class, Shateri, there were no wireless tools. It was in the before times. Well then, I'm just going to take a bunch of those, and a bunch of those, and a bunch of those. Oh, and also those chutes. Where did those chutes go? There. And I think I'm going to make myself another barrel. Did I update my avatar? My avatar on Twitch is the one I've always had on Twitch. Although I haven't been streaming on Twitch since about 2 weeks ago. I was just using it to watch other people. I almost want to make this higher. Anyway. So that is going to collect everything that my harvester collects. This? Possibly. I've been using this for months, though, yeah. Maybe it's not the very first avatar I used, but it is the one that I've used on the most servers with people who know me. This is what my harvester has collected so far. That's not bad. I'm now going to start sorting that. So I need, this will be potatoes. That will be rice. That will be onions. This is going to be various seeds. And I need another single one for flax. What things do I want? I want to seed all of these with what they're going to take, so that will lock the filter in. Each of these drawer shelves will only take the one thing that goes in and sets the picture. Rice. Flax. Onions. What were the other seeds? Oops. Missed. Come back here. Where's my configurator? You. Start pulling items from that barrel. And there we go. I'm probably wearing different armor. I've been wearing whatever I find and fits and replacing it as it wears out. I've not really been caring about making my combat gear super powered because I have not been doing a lot of dungeon exploring. So I am just wearing iron, simple iron, and some chainmail. I probably am wearing something different from last time. I'm going to lock all of these filters in. Again, now if I take all the rice out of this, it remembers that it's holding rice and it won't store other things. Very nice feature. So what is next? Planting the rest of the string, I think. Stay away from the bison. They will butt me if I get too close. They need their personal space. First, I don't need most of this. Actually, I have the rice seeds over here. Why am I searching there? I don't have rice seeds. Weird. I do have rice seeds. set that there. Although I was planting string anyway. Let's make this even faster. I've been collecting these special monster drops. And they can be used along with some green dye. Do I have green dye? I'll have to. Oh, I have one green dye. I think I need 3. Mystical flowers. You become 4 shards. 4 shards become 4 green dye. Lily pad of fertility. These are free fertilescence first. This is what I need 3 of. 1, 2, 3. Do I have a lily pad? Do I not have a lily pad? This may have to wait. How can I make a lily pad? I'll probably have to find one. Various ways of this grows more lily pads. Yeah, I'm going to have to find one. The iridescence is because there are magical enchantments on it. This helmet removes the mining penalty when not on the ground. Well, that's actually a custom one. There are 2 things that'll slow you down with your digging in Minecraft. One is if your head's underwater, and one is if you're not standing on solid material. Plus, an iron chestplate. I have lots of random enchantments there, and slight protection from fire on the leggings. Nothing to write home about. So no, we're going to have to finish that lily pad later. Those are another very potent boost. But that's beginning collection. Oh, I should put some upgrades in the area here to help them hold more stuff. This rice, for example, it holds 2,000. I need more than 2,000. So I'm going to craft some copper storage upgrades. And those need a lot of copper. Good thing this is Minecraft. I just made 4 of those. And that's going to go on the potatoes, and the rice, and the onions, and the flax. And also going to make a void upgrade. Now what the void upgrade does is if you try to put more in a chest than it can hold, the excess goes away. And now I don't need a lot of seeds. I just need some to press into oil when I go to cook my fish and chips. So if there's excess, it'll just be deleted, and I don't need an extra trash can or some kind of other sorting mechanism to get rid of excess seeds. Oh, and poisonous potatoes. Those can just sit in this barrel. I'm going to make poisonous potatoes via another mechanism. I'm not going to grow them. Those can just sit in here. They're not going to take up any extra space. Now that that's done, let's look at mashing up some skeletons. Yeah, that can just keep running over there in case I need it. So up here, this is where I was going to put my grinder. I only made this big because I thought the device I'm going to put in the middle to attack the mobs for me could only reach that far. I've since checked, and it can actually reach out to range 5. Now, since these spawners will make enemies out to range 4, they're occasionally going to try to make them inside these walls, and those spawns will fail, and I'll lose out on those monsters and get less productivity as a result. So I could shrink the spawn range. That requires an ingredient that I would have to go to the nether to get. So I'm simply going to make the walls bigger now that I know I can safely still kill things. So let's do that. Put the basic transporter away, get my Silk Touch pickaxe where I can handle it. Now, I'm going to go to the right and to the left. Oh dear. I'm going to have to move that storage thing because I will block the solar light if I expand this. Architecture, what is it even? And if I expand this forward, I might have to move these stairs. I'm certainly going to have to move this. You. For the sake of simplicity, I am going to just move every side out by one. It's faster. That will mean going across the trunk border, but that's not a big concern, I don't think. No. 3 there. One, two, 3, 4 on the inside, and then the outside goes here. Another option is I can make an energy cable. And oops, or possibly just put glass up there. I don't know if glass blocks sunlight as far as solar panels care. It depends on the mods. Some they do, some they don't. Why did I put this here? Do I have a builder wand? I do. I should be using that. It's faster. The main reason I'm making this grinder is it's the fastest way I know of to make bone meal. I could use the composter as well, but it is not as fast, and I need literally tens of thousands when all said and done. I mean, it's not like I don't have a lot of potatoes, and potatoes are good in a composter. Another builder wand. There we go. And my soapstone. I am going to need more glass. Get myself a stack of sand. And I'm using clear glass, not regular Minecraft glass. It looks nicer. The downside is it's a little bit slower to make, and I have to use Tinker's construct to melt the sand. Did I have any extra? I have 10 extra. That will help. Take this opportunity to put things back. Need some more soapstone as well, possibly. How is this doing? Where are my flax seeds? 43. Oops. I have manually harvested some potatoes. No big deal. Potatoes go in there, flax seeds go in there. I'm up to 600 already. I need, well, the potato crates alone, I need 2,900 times 9. That's what, 26,000-ish? There's a ways to go. But at least it's doing it for me. The power of wind. What else can I do while this is grinding away? I can make some of the things that I know. I'm going to be using an item collector. Remember the modular router that I had over by the fisherman? I'm going to have that collect and sort the items I get. I'm going to throw, I think, the iron gear into one of these smelters, the gold into the other. This will just can prevent it from getting locked up, like having a casting table that's half full of an iron ingot, and then it tries to put some gold in, and it can't, so it just halts and overflows. But the diamond, I can't melt in these unless I have hotter fuel that I'm going to get. I'm going to instead put them through a pulverizer. I have not made that yet. This is from the thermal series. Thermodynamics started as just a pipe mod years and years ago. It has since expanded into its own family of tech mods. And ironically, there isn't even thermodynamics in this set. What else do I need? I need 2 copper gears. Get a copper gear. It's made that way. One pulverizer. The pulverizer can turn cobblestone into gravel and then into sand. It's one of the better ways of breaking up diamond ore or lapis lazuli or anything with a gem in it. It produces more than you get by mining it by hand, generally. It can also turn any diamond tool back into 1 diamond, or can extract either 2 or 3 diamonds from any piece of diamond armor. So I get 1 single diamond helmet. It's 95% damaged off of a skeleton. That's 3 diamonds. It's about as good as it sounds. I think I'm going to put the collector up here, which means the pulverizer can live there. And I am, in fact, going to make another small solar panel. I guarantee this one has access to the sky. Make 12 metal bars first, because I'm out of those. How am I doing on glass? Just a... should be enough. Fresh builder's wand. $34. Oh, too far. If I had known about the radius this needed in the first place, I would not have to redesign this. And I don't have to now, except it's a pretty big efficiency upgrade. And I did not, in fact, have enough glass. How much more do I have coming? About 6 blocks. No, don't go over there. Go up top. Why are you not going up top? Clearly, I don't know how to scaffold. This may be it. Yeah. Oh, okay. The door has to move. Goes there. And this should still be the middle, because I have not changed that part. Let's go get our spawner. Oh, here they are. I found them. They're right here. That is the one I'm going to place first. So, I'm going to need to reprogram these so they... Now, normally these things, they operate if you're close to them, and it's a hostile monster and it's in the dark, they will spawn bad guys that will probably try to kill you. But Apotheosis lets you control when they spawn, how close you have to be, whether they try to kill you, although I don't have the part that can change that. I can change whether light affects them. So what I'm going to do is make it so I can turn them on and off with a redstone lever, and they appear in the light, and that way I can be outside the room when I switch it on, so I can be relatively safe. That needs a comparator, and it needs a soul lantern. Now I have the comparators. There's 2 of them right there. Soul lantern. I need soul torches. Don't have charcoal. Oh, I have charcoal, it's just not in one of the chests that I told the scanner to have access to. So I have the 2 soul lanterns. I have the 2 comparators. I'm going to do this in the daylight. The game thinks it is daylight. All right. Clear up some inventory. It's going to be this Enderman spawner. It is live right now. Now it's only live when it gets a redstone signal. Now it ignores light. Make sure I use my Silk Touch pickaxe. I don't want to break this. It's going to go... Where's my dirt? Oh, right. I put all my stirred away automatically by accident. Perfect! No. Except for the part where it shouldn't be there. Enderman spawner goes there. The good skeleton spawner, I think, was the last one. I was pretty good at keeping them in order. This one's going to go above it. Where this is. Ow. Redstone levers. Just to test. Oh, it activated both of them. Strange. I'm going to have to debug this. Once I deal with this little distraction. Let's see, this is Enderman, that's skeletons. This activated both. I don't know why that is. Well, for the meantime, I will just not have that there. Now, this will be a lot less eventful. Well, especially if nothing happens. I don't know why this is. Oh, there we go. It works. Hello. Alright, let's go make something to deal with these. Now, the quick and dirty solution to a mob grinder like this is you make a bunch of bamboo spikes, which is why I hunted this bamboo and cut down a lot of it. There are two problems with that. Problem number one, with the skeletons, there are two kinds of damage. It might be caused by a player, or it might be caused by the world. Some loot only gets dropped if a player kills the monster. If I have bamboo spikes kill my skeletons, they'll only ever give me bone meal and arrows. Now, while I want the bone meal, I also want the armor. Even worse in the case of Endermen, they flee from environmental damage. If they walk on lava or they get caught in the rain because water hurts them, they're from an alternate dimension that has no weather, they will teleport to safety. They will pick a random spot and warp right to it through solid stone if they have to. So if I line this with bamboo spikes, they're going to fall on it, go, ow, and then poof right out. I have to kill them some other way. And a low-tech solution to that is a pedestal from Reliquary. And that's going to need some quartz slabs, and some carpet, and some gold nuggets. Alright, white carpet. I have enough wool to make white carpet, I believe. There we go. Now the basic pedestal is just cosmetic. You put an item on it, it looks nice, and that's all it does. Making the real operating version needs 4 diamond. Good thing I have 5 diamonds. I got it right that time. Here, you can use my sword. And I can turn you on. I've already got an ender pearl. I've already got 2 ender pearls. I'm net positive on ender pearls today. Oh, one more thing I'm going to do? That was noisy. That was annoying. That was loud. Where's my wool? There are many, many, many things you can put on a spawner. And now those monsters won't make any noise. Perfect. The farming chamber, as it were, is now complete. Step 2, collecting the stuff. I believe I have some modular routers lying around. Three, in fact. I need 1. And as far as modules for it, restrict my search to the modular routers mod. I need a vacuum module. Something I could not readily make before, not having access to a bunch of Eyes of Ender. The factory hopper that I made is nice and cheap, but it can only collect items from above itself. This can collect from an arbitrary direction and into a greater distance. Plus, I'm going to use a router to route my stuff anyway, so I may as well make one. Vacuum module complete. I need some sender modules. I'm going to make 3. And the reason I'm going to make 3... I am still not used to the storage manager. It's very nice to not have to deal with that constant interruption of your bed. Some bows, since they're cheaper than pushers. 1, 2, 3. The reason I'm making 3 is because it's more cost effective to make the Mark IIs. It's 4, not 3. Did I make a polar by accident? No. I only made 2, however. Oh, it's because I was out of blank modules. Because I'm out of paper. Because I'm out of sugarcane. Let's fix that. There. Now I'm not out of sugarcane. Sugarcane goes there. Let's try this again. 6 more blank modules. Got it. Oh, it ate my bow. Not a big deal. I was using that. It wasn't very good, but I was using it. You are an easier crafting table. Let's just use you. I'm also going to want some stack upgrades. I need any kind of brick. So 5 bricks. Actually, I need 5. There was something else I knew I needed. The stack, the vacuum. No, I think that's it. Oh, range. I think I want a range down. Needs an augment core. Okay. Make some of those. I hear skeletons. They must have spawned when it was night. And now it's dark enough that they don't get damaged by the sun. Did I not use that brick? No, I never made the stack. Annoying. It wasn't bricks after all. Stone bricks. Finally. Finally. Is it going to finally work? Yes. Redstone device goes here. Now the sun is out. Should have worn your copper tone. Let's see. Turn this off so I can put things in place. Sender module mark 1. Configure it to go to that barrel. Sender module 2. Configure it to that barrel. Sender module 3. I actually don't need a mark 2. So I'm going to take my mark 1 that I still have in storage, use that instead. So And I'm not going to be able to fully program those filters until I get these skeletons going. Let's get the skeletons going. See how silent that is? Hear how silent that is? I'm not sure why I'm closing the door. They can't get through that. They are 3 blocks tall. Endermen are notoriously easy to protect yourself from. They can't go through a hallway this short. They can't follow you. They can just stand there and glare at you. So if you ever need to fight them, just build a small cubbyhole for yourself. Oh, go ahead. You can leave. Just go right there. You'll be safe. You only have to bend over, kneel, crawl. Do you not have knees? Maybe you don't have knees. You just have legs. You know what? That's probably all the ender pearls I'll ever need anyway. So let's actually put the Enderman on pause and bring the skeletons out. This is one step taller because I'm going to fill this with bamboo to help kill them faster. Yeah, they do kind of look forlorn. Anyway, let me get out of here quickly because these fellows are more dangerous. That spawner's also kind of slow, I think. Oh, that's nice. That's diamond gear. Ooh, and this is automatically giving me the Encyclopedia Arcana that detects I currently don't have an in-game documentation book for that mod. I could delete it, but then I would just get another one, so I pretty much have to let that sit and fill my inventory for now. Alright, so I'm going to filter these senders and start populating them with the items that fall off of these skeletons that I want to go to those respective locations. Oh, and the barrel, did I not make a barrel? I thought I made a barrel. The next thing I'm going to do is make a remote switch for that. It's not safe for me to walk in. Some examples of stuff they've dropped, and I'm going to have to iterate on this. Because there's also something, oh, I need to make a destruction module if I don't already have a spare one. I had one somewhere. Oh, I'm still using it with the Fisher, so modular, make a void module that needs a lava bucket. I have a lava bucket right here. Something that is very, very important when you have a collector like this is you can't willy-nilly delete everything that you pick up that doesn't go into a designated area, because one of these days you're going to be in here and you're going to be working on something and you're going to break this spawner and it's going to fall, and your collecting device will pick it up and destroy it in the blink of an eye, because computers do whatever you tell them to, and they do it very fast. Thank you, Tom Baker. So this void module is going to have to be very specific. And I'm going to just put things in here that I want it to destroy, and it's only going to destroy things that match this. Power 3. This bow, I would keep this bow and use it, except it's almost dead. Things that are going to be sent to the pulverizer. Diamond armor. Now you should work. You should be working. Why are you not working? You have a diamond chestplate. You don't need power. I'm telling you to always run. This is bizarre. I'm sending to the right. Always continue, always continue. I am bamboozled. Link switch. Engineer's decor? No, gauges and switches. Rustic lever? Rotary lever? Old fancy lever. That comes off. That one goes on. Remote lever goes here, somewhere where it won't interfere with anything else. Now, if I click that, I can set up a link between these two. And now it's on and I'm safely outside. So that's nice. That's more than nice. I just need to solve the problem of this router not routing, because I've never seen a router fail to route like that before. I do need that barrel, because I do need bone meal storage. What other upgrades can I make? Oh, I need to silence the skeletons, because they are also noisy. That sound is coming through to you, yes? We've got the game sounds working. Aha! I need another Mark 1 sender. Because this is going to save the bone meal and the arrows for me. I had 1x2 in here, yes? Put things away. I don't need any of these blanks. I never made the Mark 1 sender. Put the Mark 2s away. Myself another bow. So this sender is going to put arrows and bone meal to the left. And you can see that's actually working. The other remaining deal is all this experience. I don't have a way to collect that right now. I may not put anything in to collect it. I don't have a big need for it. The only reason I would want to collect it is to stop it from floating on the ground and taking up more space from the server. Every little thing that floats on the ground like that takes a little bit of processing power. Now, 1 of anything is fine. 10 of anything is probably fine. Once you start getting 20 or 50 or 100, you make your server sad. So this is my attempt at sending iron to the first object, the first collector. Rib bones I also want to send to the left. Leather tunics are something I also want to destroy. And let me just throw these things on the ground. See if my system can sort them. With a mod that adds a whole bunch of loot to what skeletons drop, this process a little bit longer than normal. Yeah, it's not sending any of those. Oh, the boots. Boots are not in the set of diamond gear. No. That is most peculiar. I need to modify this slightly anyway. I can't be sending every single piece directly into the pulverizer. There's no way to queue multiples. That's a minor change. The big issue here is it's just not sending the diamond stuff there in the first place. I can solve that. I solve that by saying anything that makes it to the last step just gets sent to the barrel. This way it will never clog on something. Pick up things, send iron to the first spot, send gold to the second. Right now they haven't They haven't dropped any gold gear. I hope they do. I may have put the wrong spawner in. I did pick up 3 different ones from skeletons. Nah, it's not a big deal. There are other ways of getting gold, and I might not even need a whole lot. Honestly, I don't think I need the diamonds either. They're just nifty to have. How can you say no to diamonds? Chainmail. Chainmail I want to destroy. I cannot melt chainmail down. Oh, I need to set the left side of this machine to import. That was it. That's all I needed. But it's not sending those there either. Let's see where that diamond thing goes. See, now that worked. That was the problem. This machine was not accepting inputs from the left-hand side. So it's not the sender that was the problem, it's the receiver. Now what's the problem with these? Is it not close enough? Range 24, and that's true 3D distance. These blocks down there are less than 24 away. Oh, no, it's working. That is working. There was something in there. So I can't explain why these are here. Throw all of you in, see where you go. You all went here. Grim Talc. I don't know what you are. You get added to the destroy list. Oh, I know why. I have not added them explicitly. I have chainmail leggings, but not chainmail helmet, and I don't have. See, this is asymptotic. I just have to watch this over and over, and as I randomly get things that I've never gotten before by pure chance, I have to add them to the list. But anyway, that's what a mob grinder looks like. Especially if you're using Apotheosis, one of the more overpowered mods there. If it weren't for this, I would probably have to make some kind of well, I'd certainly not be able to cover it in glass. I'd have to make this light proof. I'd have to turn it on and off by activating a light. People in vanilla Minecraft do that. It's not hard. So let's check the to-do list. One thing I should do. One of the characteristics of this spawner. Actually, I should speed this up. I should speed this up greatly. Right now, this spawns a group of monsters every 260 to 400 ticks, which is 13 to 20 seconds. I can lower both of those. I can, let's see, spawner uses. I can add a fermented spider eye to make it spawn more. I can add a gas tier to allow it to have more unkilled mobs near it. Wool I've used. The chorus fruit stops them from attacking. They just stand there, which is great for safety. It's great for server load. It needs a fruit from the end, and I'm probably not going to the end on this playthrough. Sugar and clocks make it spawn faster. Prismarine crystals let me stand farther away and still activate it. So I can absolutely add a ton of sugar. That's 10 sugar right there. Clocks are harder. They need. I have the gold. What else? Prismarine. I found an underwater grotto at one point, and I harvested a bunch of prismarine blocks. Oh, more than I thought. And this, I believe I can grind up and get the crystals back from. I have a crusher. Yes. Crusher makes shards, and I get 4 from each. So let's just crush a couple of these. Go up here, throw in 10 clocks, throw in 10 sugar. Let's give it some more sugar. 6 more. But did it need the shards, or did it need the crystals? It needed the crystals. An enrichment chamber. That's going to come next. There we go. Let's build an enrichment chamber from Mechanism. 2 fundamental construction machines are the infuser and the enrichment chamber. Those will bootstrap all of your other, all your tech, your tech trees in Mechanism. And I haven't built one yet because I haven't needed to. But I'm going to need, well, yeah, a steel casing. Osmium, that's over here still. Yes, hello? How did you get out? That's... Did I leave the door open? I left the door open. How did I leave the door open? Do they... And I use my sword there. Where's my sword? It got interesting real fast. I am going to have to figure out how that happened. I don't think they can open doors. I've never seen them open doors. Oof. You are, in fact, close enough to get picked up. Well, that was interesting. Where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? What are the lavender things? Which lavender things in particular? I see those red roses. Lavender things on the top floor? Or down on the ground? That? My, the eating animation? Or do you mean the purple enchantment on the skeletons? Because they had enchanted armor. Oh, those were skeletons. They are wearing, actually, they're wearing this shield right here. Because they sometimes have predefined banner patterns on their shields. In fact, the shield is something that I should put in the iron filter because they do melt down into one. Well, actually, it's prorated. With the Tinker's smelteries melt iron down, it's proportional to how much durability is left. So boots take 4 ingots. So if you melt down a pair of boots that has half their durability left, you'll get 2 ingots out of it. It's 50%. And we were going to make an enrichment chamber. All my iron gear melting down, turning into iron ingots. Actually, ooh, I turned the wrong thing on. Not a problem. And I have yet to collect any gold, so either this spawner is not making gold armored skeletons, or I need to try one of my other 2 spawners that I collected. Which is a shame because I was getting all the iron I needed. It's gold that it would be nice to have more of. Back on track. Enrichment chamber needs osmium. Osmium is in my crafting chest now. I need 2 basic control circuits, which means grab that osmium. And enough redstone to infuse it, which is twice as much. And wait 20 seconds. How is this doing? 2,000 potatoes already. $302 out of 16,000 flax. This will become string 1-to-1. I'm going to need... Where are my challenges? Ultimate potato. I'm going to need about 3,000 string. And about 3 times 8,000 red dye. But again, that's just spamming bone meal on roses. I'm not going to do that by hand. I'm willing to do enough for a field worth of fertilizer by hand. I'm not doing 10,000 by hand. I'm looking at the time. I've been doing this for about 2 straight hours now. I think it's time for a quick break, just because I've got nothing going on pressingly right at the moment. And I've got the spawner up here, grinding stuff out. Yeah, let's take 5 or 10, and I'll see you back here in a few. Welcome back. So, that enrichment chamber ingredient should be ready. It is. I think my next step with these is to put them back on the roof, or put them on the roof, which is where I had originally envisioned putting them along with maybe a wind turbine. But at this point, no, I think this coal generator is all I'm going to need. And this will chug away, turn these prismarine shards into prismarine crystals, which is what I need to let me stand farther from that spawner and have it still be active. This, it's actually still, it's getting sunlight through this glass, so that's good. I don't know if you noticed, this tracks the sun through the sky, which is a nice little extra detail. I like this as an early power source. It just needs redstone and nether quartz. And you might think, oh, nether quartz. You have to have a diamond pickaxe and make an obsidian portal to go to nether. But you can go to the nether with a bucket because you can just pour lava and water against the wall and form your obsidian where you want it to be in the first place. You don't have to dig it up with a pick and then move it. This is something I learned by watching very good players on Lodi Ready Run, actually. Even more so in this particular mod, Malum adds natural quartz to the overworld, so you can find spawn where you are, or you can get lucky, like I did, that airship, all that white, is quartz blocks. And that's where all the quartz I'm using came from. And I've taken maybe a fifth of it, maybe a tenth. If I need quartz, it's right there. all the quartz I could ever need floating overhead. I'm going to turn off this spawner to make it safe to go inside. And I have a white shield. Why is the white shield different? That's strange. I can't even add it to the filter list. Chainmail leggings, chainmail chest plate. Those go on the destroy list. And I've heard the machine stop, so I'm going to go and collect those. So right now I have to be within 12 meters true 3D distance for this to spawn things. Let's crank this up. I think 32 is the max? No. Oh, keep going. Maybe it's 64. That's plenty. I don't think I have to boost it more than that. I'm closing the door this time. And then this vacuum module, I don't want that collecting from that far away. Now, if it's normally going to collect a 6-block radius, that's a 13-block diameter. How much does one trinket? I want it to collect in this direction at a diameter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think. That's too many. What I want to do is limit this thing's collection zone to just roughly the area, so it doesn't accidentally pick up things that I drop on the ground underneath. There. That's good for now. Are you actively melting? You are actively melting. Good. In the meantime, I will put away all these other things I did not need. Crystals and such go here. One more is not going to make or break. What is next? Let's just. I don't want to start anything major for the end of life, but there are a lot of minor improvements I can make. For example, I can already start compacting these potatoes into crates. Let's do that. First of all, I'm going to make a pusher upgrade for that functional storage drawer. Oh, I need another hopper. There we go. I'm going to need a backpack. Either a sophisticated backpack or a sophisticated chest. They're both made by the same author. They're roughly equivalent. One key difference I'm using the backpacks because you can pick up the backpack and the stuff stays inside. You cannot pick up the chest. Now they make a special packing tape that can pick up the chest, but it only works a finite number of times and you need slime to make it. It just make the backpack in the first place. They hold just as much stuff. We'll craft a brand new backpack. I will craft the automatic compactor upgrade. I wonder. No, it hasn't. I need 4 pistons. Oh, I'm using this chest, that's why. If I use this crafter, I'll get access to everything. I just have to put up with the interface that I'm not crazy about. Compacting upgrade, and now the advanced one, because the basic one can only do a 2x2 compacting recipe. Advanced, excellent. I will put backpack up here. I will put the advanced compacting upgrade up here. And I will put, once I configure it, this will automatically push things up. I will install it. This will push potatoes up. This is, oh, there's a 3x3 9-block compression item, so it automatically does that crafting for me. Now, here's the thing. I can take my 9 potatoes, and I can make them into a potato crate, a potato crate, or a crate of potatoes. Fortunately, the default is the one that the quest needs. Although there's a slim chance it can actually accept all of them. But this is now going to funnel these things from the storage chest into the backpack and make... Well, I'm going to have to make this backpack a lot bigger. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this backpack has some stuff in it. You can see it has that stuff in it. And when I upgrade, it keeps that stuff in it. It's really a nice feature. This is now the gold backpack. How are my diamonds looking? Oh, that's a lot of diamonds. Thank you. You ever just open a box and it's full of diamonds? It's nice. Diamond backpack. Okay. I think the level after this is netherite, which I don't have the materials for. But this is a very big chest now. This can hold me some potatoes, I tell you what. And since I am legitimately mass producing crates of potatoes, let's mark this one quest as in progress. Hooray! There is something on the board. That makes me inordinately happy. I've got this over here. It's already an energy source. Pythagoras, get out of my garden. You're getting math all over the corners of my square garden. These things in the corners, they're not getting harvested. They're too far away. I actually knew that would happen to some extent. That's why I've already got lights here in the corner instead of plants. But yeah, this is an area that's never going to get harvested. So I'm going to leave it blank just to remind myself of that. But I need to keep those ancient Greeks away from my potatoes. So I have energy here. In order to make poison potatoes, I am going to haunt them. For that, I'm going to need a fan. An encased fan. And I have a shaft. I need some more casing. I need a propeller. That means 4 iron plates. There's my hammer. Do you hear that? I don't know what that was. I was too close to this for any other enemy to spawn inside. Also, I noticed there's some gear floating in the corner. I've got too much of a range downgrade on this. I'm going to have to drop it to just 1. Diamonds go in my diamond backpack. Right, propeller. No, propeller. This recipe. Thank you, game. Andesite alloy. I'm just going to make a few of these. There, that's better. Encased fan. Crafted. I think it's called the depot. One of these. Crafted. Brass shoot. I think is what I want next. No, it's not a brass shoot. It's a smart shoot. That needs a brass sheet and an electron tube. What's an electron tube? Another iron plate, polished rose quartz. Rose quartz. Take one of these. And I think mechanism. No, mechanism does not let me polish that. I have to polish it with sandpaper. You make sandpaper by combining sand And paper. Amazing. Sand, paper. Huh. Rose quartz, polished. Oh, right, I'm going to have to smush one of these, smush one of these. Oh, I have the engineer's hammer in my inventory already. Smush, smush. Electron tube. Oh, I have that already. Oh, and then I just... What? Well, first of all, that goes there. Oh, there's the chute. That's the problem. It was in the wrong place. Did that do something? No. It doesn't like that combination. I don't know why. Oh, it's not gold, it's brass. Brass? I don't have brass. What is brass? Brass is an alloy of half zinc, half copper. Zinc, copper, and I'm gonna melt my gold back into an ingot since I don't need it. I have brass. Okay. Smush the brass this time into a brass sheet. And now I still can't make one of those. Oh, because I had manually put the gold in place. That's my smart chute. Do I want a brass funnel as well? I'm pondering how I empty this. So I have this gear. I need that small cog. Did I make a small cog? I made a small cog. Grab the small cog. And I still have the shafts in my library or inventory somewhere? Maybe? It's easy enough to make more. And what drives the encased fan? I need to change the direction of that spin. I'm going to need a large cog. I'm going to need to sleep. It's not night? No, it's night. I think whoever create deliberately made the fan need a different rotational source than the mixer. Large cogwheel. There. There. Actually, I can put the fan right against it, and that's pulling. No, that's okay. I can work with that. I can definitely work with that. Now I'm going to take one piece of soul sand, put it here. I'm going to light it on fire. Oh no, I'm being haunted. This airflow pulls across the soul fire and creates one of several haunting effects. You could use regular fire. If you want to smelt things, you can use just smoke. If you want to cook things, you can use water if you want to wash over things. And you can either run a conveyor belt through the stream, or you can place, like I'm going to do, a depot. And things that drop on that depot, for instance, coming down through a smart chute, no, build it on top of the depot, and actually I need to space it higher. I'm going to grab some potatoes. Right, they're all up here. This is only going to drop... Oops, no, I don't want to drop regular potatoes. Let's prime this pump. This potato is being spookily haunted and has become poisoned. We'll set this filter to... Oh, no! This should drop regular potatoes, and it should drop... There should be a way to set this to drop it in multiples of 64, unless... No, that's the other thing. That is the gate that I was going to make. I have to put it in through this gate. Right. To maximize throughput, I want to do a stack of 64 at a time, not one by one. It's simply a whole lot faster, and when you're talking about the quantities that I need to process, is it the tunnel I want? Or is it... Yes, it is. It is the tunnel. So I'm going to need to make more brass. Zinc, copper, copper. I'm going to need some dried kelp. Actually, where's my boat? I seem to be getting double the music. I seem to be getting no music. You are all kelp. There. That's where it came from. Thank you, boat. Back into the inventory with you. Send the brass to the bottom so that it dispenses first. I still have my sandpaper. Yes, it's right there. Install my regular paper, install my bone meal. Stash this stuff in my inventory. Now, once again, a brass tunnel. I need the 2 brass ingots. I need another electron tube. That is kind of nifty, the manual sanding. Creates a very, very low-tech experience. But it's definitely an experience. It's well constructed, well integrated. You can go there, and brass can go there. Back to the depot. This is, in fact, going to go under this. Why can I not build that there? Did I make the wrong thing? I may have made the wrong thing. I did. I went the brass funnel, not the grass tunnel. I cannot be held responsible for that confusion. Once more into the breach. Brass funnel. Seriously. Game. I think I need a table that gives me a permanent smush down. There is a way to automate these iron plates, but it doesn't double the yield like the mixer does. So brass funnel. Electron 2 brass. And that third dried kelp that went here somewhere. There. Oh. So I suspect I'm going to have to build the chest first. Any chest? I know you have him in here. There you are. And then set this to... This will dispense potatoes. I need to make the create wrench. Remember, every tech mod has a wrench. This is create wrench. A cogwheel and 3 gold plates. Gold, gold, gold. Mash, mash, mash. Set it to go that direction. And 64. It has taken 64 potatoes. It has put them here. And now... Shovel? Shovel? Where's my shovel? There's my shovel. See, this should arguably be higher, so I can access this. This gets the chute, and this chute gets filtered on poison potatoes, so it doesn't pull the stuff right out. And then underneath it, it's going to get a... I have no 1x1s. Make a 1x1. And make a copper storage upgrade. Since I need to hold more than 2,000. Where did my box go? I made a 1x1, didn't I? Apparently I didn't. There, poisoned potatoes. I'm now all set. When I have a sufficient number of potatoes, once this quest is complete, I will be able to stockpile regular potatoes. I will take this away and build up. I will take this whole thing once it's big enough and just break it off, bring it over here, put it where this chest is. I will not do this manually, but I will now just to see how it works. Peaceful, haunting music, literally. This Soulfire, this does not set anything else on fire. These wooden fences, they are not in danger of being destroyed. The blue fire, it hurts you twice as much, but it doesn't spread. So this is safe. Have those haunted yet? At least one full stack has, so yeah, that is working. And that will work in a far more automated fashion. That's 2 quests underway. I am legitimately mass producing poison potatoes. So I think this has been a productive day. I'm making more iron, which I totally don't need. I am making more diamonds. I'm making lots and lots of bone meal. Also, I can start destroying arrows. I don't need this many arrows. Bye-bye, arrows. Diamond legs. Diamond boots. Diamond boots are already in the filter, so I don't know why. Oh, I know. Remember I said I need more of a buffer? If there was already a boot in here, and it tried to put in another boot, it would fail. So that's an upgrade I'm going to do offline. That's going to be a little bit boring now. Next thing we need to do, now that I have some basic item piping, I'm going to go change this over from the junk collector. I don't need this iron. I don't need these bones. My skeletons are giving me a lot more than this. I'm going to start fishing like this fisher has, and it's completely full. I'm going to need about 3,000 cod for my fish and chips. So these 2 are currently upgraded to the point where they fish on the maximum possible volume of water. So they operate once every 12 seconds. And they do 3 fishing operations instead of 1. Now that I have ender pearls, and I'm drowning, let me get out of the water. Now that I have ender pearls, I can take that 3 times upgrade and take it to the final 4 times step. That might not be necessary. I'm growing the rice and the potatoes. Sorry, and the rice and the onions I need for my steak and potatoes. Milk, I'm probably going to have to get more of a cow infrastructure. She's going to get very tired as my only milk source. I've yet to touch on Britannia, and I'm deliberately putting Britannia till the end because I'm going to get my mana from all the extra very nourishing foods that I'll have in massive surplus. Also, these need to become steaks by one method or another. They're not going to enjoy it regardless, I'm pretty sure. But that's for next time. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed. I may set up a Discord for this. I'm not sure yet. For now, a lot of you already know how to contact me directly. So if there's anything you'd like to see, any mod you would like me to show off a little more, I can send you a link to see the kitchen sink pack that I am playing. There, music was a little bit annoying. And yeah, that is that. Have yourself a good night. Happy Martin Luther King Day tomorrow if you're off from work, or even if you're not. And good evening.